Hi, future me here. Yes, that's past me. Getting ready for the dragon fight. Okay, well, I missed that last one, but as you can tell, um, future me cannot tell past me to make sure that they're recording audio because I didn't. So here we are. That was Crystal's Refuge. I thought that was an awesome banner and the public Skelly Farm. So Noah CK and Castlein, thank you. Um, but yeah, we went there to see if we could get some arrows because we had just a sad little bow. And then, so we got some arrows and we got a couple bows down there, see a couple chanted bows. And we made it to the end portal. And I was so excited. Everybody was here. We were just having a good time. I had to do a lap before I committed to a location. And I couldn't find a location. So I had to go underneath. And yeah, I just kept looking. And everybody was here. It was just fun. It was really fun. So I kind of snuck in and found some empty scaffolding and slid up. And yeah, here I am. And there's lots of people jumping and bubbling. Lots of people were bubbling. I don't know what I was saying here. Oh, there's Joycelina. Hi. We have an adventure with her later. It was really fun. Had a good time. Also, Ender Dragoon came with us, and then we had a little bit more fun there. So, oh, Akio? I do not. Akio come and offered us this wonderful magic box. And so we were allowed to take something. And I think he actually might have been offering a little more, but we were nice. We took the armor because we were thankful to have some diamond armor that had just a little bit of enchanting, offered a little bit more protection. And then it was time to line up 2 by 2 into the line so that there we are giving Ender Dragoon some pork. We we gave him almost half of what we had. Couldn't split that last piece right in half. But anyways, yeah, we were just gonna go to fight the Ender Dragon. That's what we had. I had planned, and here we are. This is a pivotal moment where we're ready. We're ready. 2 by 2, 2 by 2, and go! And we made it. Inside Ender Dragoon's head. So, fighting the Ender Dragon. So, yeah, we were up here, and fortunately, we did not have our faithful, yeah, it was faithful, all right, pumpkin. So we started shooting at the at the stuff because when you have a bow, that's what you do. You shoot at stuff, and a lot of people were already here shooting at the dragon, but people, you got to get the crystals down. So I, I'll I want to say that I got that one. You've seen the bow, release and explode. So then it was time to attack the dragon, and you know. I think if you get the achievement, there we go. I got the achievement. Take aim. So that means that I hit, hopefully the Ender Dragon and not somebody else. And then Veps died. So yeah, we had to do some serious rearranging of the bow, and then by that time, bam, the Ender Dragon's dead. So yeah, we're all happy and excited, and apparently I'm more excited than everybody else. Nope, there's a couple people bouncing. Yeah, so and then we got our moment where we got to seize the next generation and give it back. And of course, Joycelina had asked us to go end rating, and we were happy to go with her uh, and extend our little stay in the end. I'm getting a little bit comfortable in the end rating. It's a little bit, but again, I'm not used to not being here without a pumpkin. So many a times I had caught the eye of a tall, dark, and handsome one. And yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea because they start smacking you. And then you fall down and you forget that you need to relog. Apparently, that was my water. And then when I got back in, somebody else had added to it. So I simply picked my water up and went on my way. Um, this is quite a bit of mess there, uh, trying to see where to go. So we then finally got up the steps a second time. There's Joycelina up there. We can see her little name tag. Um, and whoops, yeah, peekaboo, peekaboo. Hi, behind you, behind you. Okay, hi. She said hi and waved at us with her sword. We were not intimidated because we knew she was friend, not foe. So we grabbed a bite to eat and turned around and promptly got to getting through the portal. I have never voiced over before, and I will hopefully never do it again. Look at that. Isn't that beauteous? It looks like stars. And there he goes. He's in swim position and go. And here we go. Swim position and go. And why do people not build stairs down? I don't like to just jump off things willy-nilly because there's a void below. Okay, so anyways, so we start on our way, and yeah, well, it's kind of a free for all. Everybody just kind of runs and tries to run in different directions, maybe. And after watching Joycelina's live, I realized one thing: I talk too much. A second thing, sometimes I talk with food in my mouth. I don't know why. When I guess I think people can't see me. That's it's a really not something I normally do. And three, I forget the last point. Um, oh, I sound really sarcastic, even when I am being very serious. Apparently, um, I I I don't know if this was just me, but I really sound sarcastic. So I tried to let Joycelina take the lead because when it comes to end rating, usually I'm in a private world or, you know, not with this many people. And I genuinely just don't know where to go. So I usually pick a direction and pick a block and take a whole inventory full of blocks. I never do this where, jogging over from island to island. I just generally keep going out into the void until I find an end city. And then what is that thing where they say go east or west or north or south? So I just generally keep going in one direction. I'm saying generally a bit too much. But anyways, yeah, so we are following Joycelina and she's got the tushy tushy shakes going on here, digging up. And I believe we had someone join us along the way, and I think he's behind just slightly. You can see there on my voxel maps, Ender Dragoon. He brought his friendship water. And I truly apologize. I wish I could have had sound. I would have just cut the clips together and it would have been a lot more humorous. But yeah, we tried to get him to keep his friendship water to himself, but he kept wanting to share it. So, well, anyways, me and friendship water in the end do not mix. I have a hard time swimming up water. And there, Joycelina made a wonderful bridge. We got to the next island, and yeah, and we're running and running, and just running. And that's kind of what we did for a good bit. Right here, we finally got some islands where we didn't see any other people bridging, so we were kind of hoping that we were getting on the right path. And then I decided to bridge and give Joycelina a little break here. So I'm bridging and bridging and bridging. I hate bridging over the void. Oh, it's so scary. Oh, just one little slip of the pinky, one little slip, and you are just gone. I mean, and I'm lucky enough to be over a little bit of land here, and I love being able to pick block. Why didn't I do that? I just was terrified. I just was so terrified. And land, yes. And land. And see, there's lots of people in the chat, city at the end, city at the end, and they respawned the dragon. I do not know how many times. But we just kept going and bridging and bridging. And Yeah. This is never the fun part of end raiding to me. I do not know how to end raid with Elytra. I have never end raided with Elytra. I think I don't quote me on this. I think I may have tried to fly in the end once. If I did, it ended up disastrous. I generally just do not end raid, and I don't really take the lead either, because yeah. So again, I was letting Joycelina here just kind of say, go this way, go that way, and then I kind of gave her a little bit of break with the end and with the with the bridging. I'm sorry. I tried to cut this. This was a over 5 hours of end rating, and I tried to cut it all down into less than 30 minutes because I knew that it would just be me talking. And well, yes, I do like to talk, or for some, I don't, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I like to talk. So, yeah, we're just deciding which is shorter here. It's taking us a good bit to decide, but, we're getting it worked out, people, and we're going to get it worked out, and we're going to do it. And I just sat back and said, okay, you make the final call, Joy, and bridge. This is your time to shine. And she made a wonderful bridge. She's a really sweet person. We were laughing and we were having a really good time. I was genuinely having a wonderful time. All this 5 hours just flew by. We did later on call for reinforcements, but sometimes that happens. I'm going to hydrate here real quick. Pay no attention to chat. Somebody died in the end. No. Oh, look at this. This is so cool. Look how that was loading in. It was just like so. I just had to like admire it. And then, I don't know why. I had my render distance turned up pretty high so that we could try to, and I had my voxel maps out in case, it had rendered in, but we couldn't kind of see it. So, yeah. Um, and again, that's a lot. When you end raid with Elytra, or without Elytra, excuse me, you are doing a lot of bridging. And so, yeah, I started zigzag bridging. I like zigzag bridges because to me they're almost too wide. So I'm kind of like trying to decipher which way. Somebody's yelling something I'm not hearing. Joycelina's rubber banding. You don't want that when you're in the end. So we found it. Da, 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 da. City number one. And we got to city number one, and we pretty much realized that there were a lot of shulkers here. So we would go for shulkers, and we did. That we did. We killed a lot of shulkers. I think we got some. Did we get some loot? Yes, we got loot. So we got a little bit of loot. As you can see, 6 diamonds, not bad. I think Ender had already taken everything out of the chest. But when I end raid, yes, this was a sad moment. A moment of silence for Joycelina, please. Joycelina fell from a very high place, and she splatted. So we had to get all our stuff. And then we were on the road again. And Joycelina was bridging and kind of lagged a little bit there. Then, well, very fine bridge as I'm expecting it, and she kept going and going and lagged again. And there she went. That was Joycelina's death number 2. And then city number 2! Yes! City number 2! Ooh! And ship. Plus cobble. Yeah. It had been raided. We made it to city number 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And it had an end ship, no cobble. It looked promising. So I decide to get my cobble and fear the and try to stack up to it so because I wanted to get Joycelina a elytra, and Dragoon started going. I ran out of blocks, and so instead of bringing me blocks, he pushed me off to within a heart and a half. Yes, she respawned, and the Ender Dragon slayed her. And Violet was with her at that time. We had to call, remember, reinforcements. Vi- okay, thank you, Violet. Violet said she didn't die. Oh, look, there's Violet making the advancements. Iron Pick, suit up. Remember, I didn't log out, and I don't have a pumpkin, and I aggravated an Enderman, and I died. Everybody has to die. And here's Violet! Yay! So we get there. Yes! Elytra acquired. And Ender Dragon died. Um, Dragoon, sorry. Joycelina died again, too. And then we made city number 4. And I died again. This was just a tally of deaths. That's what this was. Caught on camera, Joycelina died, and then it was time to leave the end. So we have the majestical view of the end city. We're going to go out in style, floating peacefully in the air, looking at the end city, just viewing it. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It is gorgeous. And goodbye.